believe I'm a miracle.
Kevin Becker, a 32-year-old high school sports recruiter from Lynbrook, Long Island, believes in miracles.
I know in my heart that I'm a miracle.
He was just 21 when he had a life-altering experience. He and his college roommates were living in this house off campus at East Stroudsburg's University of Pennsylvania near the Poconos. His room had a window leading out to the roof.
I chose that room just so I can go on that roof and hang out on it.
One night, Kevin did go out onto the roof, but he has no memory of what happened next. Somehow, he fell nearly 15 feet, landing on the ground.
My friend, when he found me, was on his way to leave, was leaving the house as well. And that's when he saw me, and he noticed that there was something not right. They saw blood, a little bit of blood. So I had little cuts and stuff like that on the back of my head and stuff.
His friends called for help. It would turn out to be the first step in saving Kevin's life.
More times than not, you just pick up a guy and just put him inside, and that's it. My friends were knowledgeable in that situation not to do that, and it's very pinnacle and how I'm still here right now.
When Kevin got to the hospital, he had fractured his skull in 5 places and was in a coma. Doctors warned his parents that Kevin might not make it.
I had severely traumatized each lobe of my brain.
Kevin's condition was not improving.
Things were starting to change for the worse. My brain was spiking, of course my body was swelling up in a bad spot. I was getting sick, and it's basically showing that my body was starting to shut down and I was starting to fail.
While Kevin was in a coma, his family had been saying the rosary, but on a suggestion from Kevin's cousin, they started praying to the blessed Pierre Giorgio Frassati. Frassati, born in Turin, Italy, at the turn of the century, devoted his life to helping the poor. He died of polio when he was in his 20s. Pope John Paul II beatified Frassati, paving the way for him to become a saint. Frassati just needs one more miracle. Kevin's family hoped if they prayed to Frassati, healing Kevin would be that miracle. 3 days after Kevin's family started praying to Frassati, Kevin opened his eyes.
Based upon those type of injuries, outcomes are usually 0%.
As Kevin slowly started to recover, his memory also started coming back.
I told my mom that I was with an angel when I was in a coma, and he kept me safe.
Kevin would later recognize a picture of Frassati as the angel in his dreams.
In my book, he's a saint.
I started hearing things downstairs, and I just figured it was one of my roommates.
Kevin now goes around the country and the world telling others his story. The Vatican is also investigating his case. Kevin works with a group called Frassati USA. The nonprofit spreads Frassati's life story and prays for his elevation to sainthood.
It was really his, I think, extraordinary amount of service to the poor, his acts of charity, his giving of himself in that way, that brought him to the attention of a large number of people, which brought him then to the attention of the church to begin the canonization process.
Kevin's takeaway is very simple.
Thoughts and prayers, they do work. I'm an answer to a lot of people's thoughts and prayers.
Sharon Crowley, Fox 5 News.